wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons, the Transformers. The Transformers.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting edition of Transformers Reviews. Well, guys, today I am very happy to bring you guys Wreck-Gar. Now, as most of you know, Wreck-Gar is actually a remold, only head-wise, and a repaint of Groove from Combiner Wars. However, when I look at the paint job on Wreck-Gar here, I think it looks just so much better on him than the mold did for Groove, and I just think that is totally awesome, and especially considering that's what the Junkions were. I think it's awesome that they made him into actual motorbike for the Power of the Prime series. So if you can kind of see there, he's sporting the nice little Autobot logo and everything, loving the red rims and everything. But how might he compare, say, to a figure like Slash? Wait a minute. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Are you getting any like Jurassic World throwbacks with like raptors running next to motorbikes? Oh, but I just had a better idea. Hold on one second. Whoa, Inception. Now the raptor is riding the motorcycle. Crazy. No, all joking aside, guys. Basically, Slash and most of figures her size are about the only ones that you can actually have successfully ride on Wreck-Gar, because any deluxe figures, it just looks kind of ridiculous, to be honest, putting them on there. But with these guys, you know, you can kind of make it more like you're riding more of a, you know, sport bike or something. And I think it actually, I really like having Slash on here, so I wouldn't actually mind displaying her riding Wreck-Gar. I think it actually looks kind of cool and everything. So other than that, there's really nothing to his there's really nothing else to his vehicle mode other than what you see here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy in robot mode. Okay, before we actually move on to robot mode, I do want to say something, and it looks actually pretty good here, but the way that these wheels actually come together, because they split apart in robot mode, as you'll see here in a moment, so when you put them back together, you have to get them secured sometimes, and like I said, it looks pretty good here, but sometimes if I don't get it lined up just perfect, there will be a little bit bigger of a gap, and it doesn't hinder it from rolling anyway. But again, you have to get it lined up nearly perfect to minimize the gap in between the wheels. It's sitting pretty flush, which I'm pretty happy about. But anyway, like I said, we will go ahead and look at this guy as a robot. And what a fabulous looking figure he is. I gotta say, you know, we already said this used to be Groove's mold, but I have to say that I really think Wreck-Gar, it just suits him so much better. And I gotta say that with the entire color scheme that they got going on here, just where everything is, that is awesome. Plus, I just love, it kind of gives him more of a, this chest gives him more of a blocky feel. But the real star of this new mold is his head. Just, I don't really know what else to say. It's just such an awesome look for this figure. Now, one of the things that he does come with is this little weapon right here, and this was actually used on a previous release of Wreck-Gar from that figure. Now, this overall is not a great weapon. Oh, it's not a great weapon anyway. So, if we put that to the side, well, one of the things is I happen to have this right here that was used with my Alpha Trion. But you can see it's a staff, mystical looking thing, which doesn't really suit him, unless we kind of do this. And now it's half of a staff with more of a alien looking, if you wanted to use it as an axe, you could, and it suits Wreck-Gar just a little bit better now, being a little bit shorter. I mean, better than whatever this is, because when it comes with Wreck-Gar, that's about as far down as you can get this axe into either one of his hands. So it just, you know, like I said, it wasn't designed for this figure, and he holds it really awkward, and that's the one big complaint. So for me personally, I'm going to go with something like this, just because it feels like it just fits him a little bit more. Overall, before we move on to combiner mode, let's go ahead and show you how he looks next to Lio Convoy. And you kind of saw how he already looked with his buddy. Here is Slash. You can see where she kind of stacks up to him. And just for fun, let's show you what he looks like with another deluxe. So here's Punch in the background. So with great excitement and anticipation, let's see what this guy looks like as a combiner limb. So I know it may be a little odd to have him as part of Superion, but aside from the colors, I think he looks great as a leg. I mean, really, I think it gives this figure just a nice little, I mean, he doesn't look thin in comparison to any other proportions on Superion. Without further ado, let's look at him as an arm. Well, again, aside from the color contrast, other than that, he doesn't really look anemic in any way. I like that he's able to kind of keep proportions, because some figures, you know, on combiners, they can just have drastically different proportions. Well, you know, like I said, I'm just glad that he's able to kind of keep in line with the other figures, even though a motorbike would be nowhere near the size of a jet. Other than that, let's get into kind of my final thoughts on Wreck-Gar. Overall, guys, I really love Wreck-Gar's robot mode, equally to his vehicle mode. Other than that, he's a decent combiner limb, also, as we saw. Probably out of all the Power of the Primes figures, he comes in like the top 5 of my favorites. Probably right now he's edged out just a little bit by Punch, Counterpunch. Look forward to the review of this guy coming up, and until next time, guys, we'll see you in another review.